Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm super pumped because we are 5 weeks deep into the winter shred. Everybody is making serious progress because I know they have spring vacations planned. They're hitting it hard, and I love seeing all the dedication. We just finished up a Step Up Partner Challenge, super fun, motivating, and all of my clients just love it. So I hope you had an amazing weekend. We were in Sandusky, Ohio this weekend. It is known for an amusement park called Cedar Point. I don't know if you've ever been there before, but we were playing volleyball in Cedar Point. My daughter Lola plays. I am currently in a cut. Hopefully, you're following along on my stories. It definitely took a good plan to be successful while traveling. I have an amazing live coaching call tonight with my shred members and can't wait to share the results after the shred is over. The next shred starts in April. If you're interested, get on the wait list. I will put that in the show notes. A new episode drops every Monday. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss one. This past week on my Instagram, I shared a bunch of recipes, and I would love for you to head over and check those out. As always, you can find them in the My Macros Plus app as well. So easy to track. If you are interested in the Clubhouse membership, head over to Kelly Counts Macros, counts with a K, and check out all of the details there. This past week in the Clubhouse, we made a soup with all fresh, whole food ingredients packed in the protein for very few calories. And me tell you, it's so good. It's packed with protein, perfect for serving guests, perfect for families, perfect for meal prep. Clubhouse members get exclusive access to these recipes inside of the app, so you never have to scroll through social media wondering where you save them. Remember, I am featured in the My Macros Plus app, so if you find a recipe on my social media that you like, just save it and then you can track it in the My Macros Plus app. My Clubhouse members love it because I have a recipe book inside of the membership and they are easy to find in there. Quick favor, would you mind leaving me a review? I read every single one and they help me reach more people. If you haven't yet, please leave me a review and hit that follow button just so that you don't miss out on any of the episodes. I am trying to change the next generation by ditching the dieting mentality. So today we're diving into a common thing I hear. I want to track my food, but I feel like it's so time consuming. And I get that. We are all busy people. So, tip number one, let's jump right in. Prioritize high calorie items and only track those. Tracking can feel overwhelming, especially when you're trying to log every single bite you eat. But not all foods are created equal when it comes to tracking accuracy. So, some ingredients contribute significantly to your overall calorie intake, while others barely make a dent. So that's why focusing on high calorie items is a great strategy, especially if you're busy or just want a more sustainable approach to tracking. As a side note, when I'm not cutting, I don't track. Okay, so you don't have to track for life. If you love to track your food, absolutely go ahead. But I love saying that the training is the tracking. So the training wheels is just the tracking. And then once you hit your goal and you work to maintenance, you can remove those training wheels, which is the tracking. Okay, so why this works. Saves time. So instead of tracking every lettuce leaf, focus on foods that have the biggest impact on your calorie intake. It reduces tracking fatigue. So the more tedious tracking feels, the more likely you are to quit. This method keeps it manageable. So keeps you in a calorie deficit. If you're consistently tracking the calorie dense foods, you're more likely to stay on target. So how to apply this? Identify the big ticket items in your meals. So, some examples: peanut butter, avocado, oils, nuts, dressings, cheeses, sauces, ice cream, full fat dairy, meats, grains. Log those first. If you're short on time, skipping the tracking for low calorie items like leafy greens, cucumbers, onions, herbs. Use estimated tracking when needed. So, for example, if you're eating a salad, focus on logging the dressing, the protein, and the cheese. The veggies won't significantly impact your total intake. Example, if you're making a sandwich, log the bread, the protein, let's say it's chicken or turkey, and spreads like mayo or mustard or avocado. Don't stress about the tomato and lettuce. And actually, I probably would not even stress about the mustard, just the mayo and the avocado. So, some examples, don't leave wine off of your tracker, but your 5 calorie Crystal Light, you don't need to track. Track your avocado on your toast, but not the tomato. Track your cheese on your salad, but not your peppers. Track the oil in your meal, but not the mustard. Tracking only calorie dense items saves time. Number two, embrace meal repetition. A lot of people get bored with their food and they think they need constant variety. That is what is great about the Kelly Counts Macros Clubhouse membership. You will never get bored because I give you a new recipe every Tuesday. You just click on the link and all the math is done for you. But if you're serious about your goals or just super busy, keeping things simple is often the best strategy. KISS, keep it super simple. This doesn't mean you have to eat the same meal every day forever, but rather that routine meals make tracking and consistency easier. Why this works. It speeds up tracking. Logging meals that you already have saved in your app takes seconds. It also reduces decision fatigue. You don't have to overthink every meal. Keeps you on track when life gets busy. If you always know what breakfast and lunch will be, that's 2 meals already handled. So, how to apply this? Stick to a consistent breakfast and lunch. It doesn't have to be fancy. Oatmeal and eggs, a protein smoothie, or a Greek yogurt with fruit are all great options. Core Power Fairlife Shake has 42 grams of protein, and a Too Good yogurt has 12 grams of protein. You can easily pack in 54 grams of protein before you hit lunchtime. Plan for variety at dinner. If you want variety, use it strategically. Have a few go-to dinners, but switch up the protein and the seasonings to keep things fresh. When meal prepping protein, just use salt and pepper. Then add the G. Hughes sauce later, the taco seasoning later, the Rao's sauce later. Save fun meals for when you actually have time to enjoy them. If you're slammed during the week, don't stress about making gourmet meals. Save those for when you're not rushed. On the weekend, I like to take extra time to make a nicer breakfast to enjoy with my family, and then maybe a comfort food recipe from the clubhouse, such as my Marry Me chicken on Sunday to fill my family's bellies. So, example, maybe your weekday meals are super simple: protein oatmeal for breakfast, a turkey sandwich for lunch, protein bar for snack. But on the weekend, you allow more variety because you actually have time to enjoy it. Tip three, create meal entries into your tracking app. So, one of the biggest time wasters in tracking is manually entering each ingredient every time you eat the same meal. Instead, save pre made meal entries in your app and simply adjust the portions when needed. Use the copy and paste function in the My Macros Plus app. You can copy your day or just your meal. So that why this works, right? It saves time, no need to enter every ingredient repeatedly, improves accuracy, you won't forget an ingredient or log it incorrectly, and allows for easy adjustments. If your portion changes slightly, you can tweak it instead of re-entering everything. So, how to apply this? Use your app's save meal function. Most tracking apps let you save meals so you don't have to log each ingredient every time. On the My Macros Plus, you can swipe over the meal and save as a recipe. I'm using my air quotes recipe and call it pizza salad, which, by the way, is one of my most delicious recipes for lunch. Quit being boring with your salads. Okay, so easy to find and apply throughout the week for your lunch. Create custom meal entries for your go-to meals. So an example, save morning coffee with coffee, protein shake for the creamer, and adjust the amounts when needed. Example, save big as salad with your usual protein and veggies, then just tweak toppings or dressings as needed. So using that copy and paste to make tracking effortless. Example, if you drink the same protein smoothie every morning, save it as a meal in your app. Next time you just click it into it instead of logging each ingredient separately. Tip number 4, batch cook and meal prep. If you're already spending time cooking, why not make extra and save yourself the work later? Batch cooking ensures you have ready to go meals. Doesn't have to be on Sunday. It can be every day of the week. When you're making ground beef on Monday, just make more. It makes tracking so much easier. I do this all the time. 96 for ground beef, shrimp, chicken, tofu. You're already taking the time to do it. You're making the meal for that night. Why not make more? And put these proteins into your tracker so that you're ready to go for the week. Easy peasy. Okay, now you say, I hate eating the same meal or protein for that week. Fine, toss it in the freezer. You will build up your freezer stash very quickly. So, why this works? Eliminates last minute decisions. If your meals are prepped, you're less likely to grab something unplanned. Makes tracking effortless. Log your meal once for the whole week instead of doing it daily. Saves time. Cooking in bulk means less time in the kitchen throughout the week. So, how to apply this? Prep staple proteins in bulk. Cook a batch of chicken, ground turkey, or tofu to use in different meals. Just use salt and pepper. Add all the good stuff later. Pre-track your meals for the week. If you log breakfast and lunch for the whole week in one sitting, you're already halfway done with tracking. Double or triple dinner recipes. If you're already cooking a meal, makes extra. Okay, just make extra. It takes no additional effort. So, example, instead of cooking chicken every night, make a big batch on Sunday and use it in meals throughout the week. Tip number 5, use sticky notes while weighing food. One of the biggest challenges with tracking is getting distracted. If you pick up your phone to log food, you might get sucked into notifications or a text message and forget to finish tracking. Use a sticky note system can help you keep focus. So why this works? Keeps you from getting distracted, right? You don't need to pick up your phone every time you weigh something. Otherwise, you're answering Aunt Becky's text, checking where your son is at on Life 360, or hopping on Instagram or answering that Facebook message. So, this helps improve tracking accuracy. You won't forget to log something later, helps build better tracking habits. You stay present with the process. So, use those sticky notes. Keep a small notepad by your food scale. Extra tip here, leave that scale out. This will help you remember to weigh your items before you eat. You still aren't using cups and tablespoons, are you? As those can be highly inaccurate. So write down your ingredient weights as you go. Log everything at once after you're done prepping. So, example, if you're weighing your shrimp, jot down the weight on a sticky note before logging it. That way, you're not getting distracted by notifications while tracking. Just thought of a bonus tip, so I'm going to share it. Lots of bonus tips today. Ooh, I'm on it. So, let's say you forget to weigh the dish. What I have done is I put a sticky note, speaking of sticky notes, inside of my cupboard with all of the dishes that I use frequently. So, maybe a pan that you use a lot, a skillet that you use a lot, a bowl that you use a lot, your crock pot insert, and put the weights of these inside of your cabinet. So if you forget to tare or you need to subtract the weight of that bowl or pan, you already have it done. Top tip there. Tip 6, take a picture of your meal. If you're in a rush and don't have time to log immediately, snap a quick photo. This can be a lifesaver. So, why this works gives you a reference for later. Instead of trying to remember what you ate, you can just check your photos. It keeps tracking stress free. If you can't log immediately, you still have a way to go back and track accurately. It helps when eating out. I love doing this with my private clients. You can estimate later instead of guessing on the spot. Even if you pre-track, you can go back after and estimate. Perhaps you may use my top tip and only half your plate when you're at a restaurant and eating out. So you can estimate later instead of pulling your phone out at the table. So how to apply this? Snap a quick photo before eating. What's great about having the clubhouse or me as a private coach, you can send it to the group. You can send it to the clubhouse. We will help you estimate it. Or if you're working privately with me, you can send it to me and I will estimate the macros and calories for you. You can log in the meal when you have time. Send the picture to your coach if you need help estimating. So, example, if you're at a restaurant, just take a photo of your plate. When you get home, you can log it with a more accurate estimate. So these are my top tips for simplifying things. Please share and tag me. I'd love for you to share this episode on social media and tag me so I can thank you. Leave a 5-star review. You might even hear yours on here. Please stop overthinking it. I love to simplify everything for you. Join my free Facebook community. I have all of my free resources under the guides in there. So get in there and grab them. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with somebody. And remember, it's not about the all or nothing. It's about the all or something. And you're always doing better than you think you are. See you next time.